What's up, guys? In today's video I'll be talking about 50 YEEPS facts that you do not know. I will be recording this on the computer, voice recording, and so yeah. So the first fact is that for you nerdies out there like me, the first fact is that there was an old lab test back whenever pets came out, and it was when you were able to do like weird stuff. And so basically what you could do is you could put a saddle on your pet meanwhile you were holding it, and so you were able to fly. And that was a really bad glitch. So now there's a game mode in the game of YEEPS where you're able to enable it and unable it with a sign that you can't get no more, and you can only use it in creative mode. Well, that's the first fact. Second fact is that, did you know that in the same update where they did that, do you know that most people didn't actually know it, but the lime green color didn't exist back then, and it was the rarest color in the game. Third fact is that, did you know with the void paint that I talked about in the last space update actually was an unreleased item, and no one had it unless you hacked the game files. Fourth fact is that, did you know that there was a Yeep called Empty, and he was a really, really bad hacker? Well, he wasn't really bad, but basically what he did is that he had this block in the game that was unreleased, and they were never going to release it because it was just back then whenever they were testing the game and they thought it was funny. Well, basically what it was a block that was named Gat, like a butt. And then so basically what it would do is that it would fill up the whole map, and so where nobody can build, and today it's the rarest block in the whole game. Fifth fact, did you know that there was actually a block named the unicorn block, which they were going to add it in the fantasy update, but they never actually did? It's cause the reason why they didn't is cause there was a ton of glitches with it where you were able to no-clip through it, or you were able to paint it different colors that didn't exist and it just went invisible. And then there was another one where basically where people would just hack it in, and people would just have it. But nowadays you can find it in free blocks, and it's kind of a rare item. So down to the sixth fact, did you know back then, most people don't know this anymore, but did you know that there was a lime block that literally was a lemon, and if it had the lime color or anything, any unreleased color on it, then it would be the rarest block in the game, and only OGs know about it. The seventh fact of the video is that, did you know that there was a security guard block that was a gnome, and it didn't come out because they forgot to release it, but then the next day they released it after the music update. Okay. Did you know that the eighth fact is that, did you know that the original YEEPS outfit wasn't actually a Yeep? It was actually not a naked pink, like you get a random color like blue or peach. You actually get a frog. It was actually a frog, but then they changed it for I don't know what absolute reason. I just think that they had a better design, and so that was really cool. But the ninth fact is that, did you know that almost all the gnomes, the first one that was ever created was the summer gnome and the normal gnome. And for the 10th fact, now we're in the double digits. Hooray! Yippee! Did you know that that there was a hacker in the 2.0 update that basically like a month after the 2.0 update came out, basically there was a hacker that was had a present in his hand from the Christmas bundle, and then what you did is that if you opened it, it would be a pink and black, like, you know, the pink and black error thingies. It would be that if it was like a block and you couldn't place it down, and if you didn't get it in the present, then you wouldn't be able to pick it up. You'd just be able to pick it up for like a little bit, and it would go away. And the 11th fact is that, did you know that there was a unreleased Halloween in the Halloween of 2025, that there was an unreleased octopus cosmetic set for the 2025 Halloween update with horror monsters coming out. And basically what it was is that there was a set that was a cosmetic that you could wear on your Yeep, and it looked really cool, and like everybody wanted it because it just looked super cool. And then eventually, after a little bit, like a month or so, they actually released it, and a lot of people did buy it. I didn't buy it, but I wanted to, but now you barely see it around anymore. And for the 12th fact, did you know that in the 2.0 update of YEEPS, did you know that in the bundle there was actually 2 reskin cosmetics that you can get before the Toy Maker update? And basically what you could do is that if you bought it, you get 2 reskin cosmetics instead of 1. And I thought that was really cool, so then I got ahead and bought it. But basically it was really cool. And for the 13th fact, did you know that you should subscribe to Mr. Butt VR because he's a really cool content creator and he's a really funny guy? Okay, now for fact number 14. Did you know that in the music update, the bundle, a lot of people actually called it the Pikachu bundle? Because if you know anything about Pokemon, you would know that in the bundle, there was a hat for the music bundle, and it was a blue and black hat with Pikachu ears basically on it that were blue and black. They just kind of disguised it, so everybody called it the Pikachu bundle. And for the 15th fact, did you know that in the testing update, there was the blocks actually looked like they weren't smooth and weren't like pillows. They were actually like just a block. It was just kind of like a wood block that you see in the creative mode now. And basically, and it was like really cool because nobody knew about it because only the devs could do it because it was in testing. And so for the 16th fact, did you know that if you joined in the beta testing where they actually kind of launched their game in quotation marks, they kind of launched it after they were done testing some stuff, and if you went in the beta, you were able to get a hat or a shirt. I'm pretty sure you got I'm pretty sure you got both, but I don't know if you were able to choose. I'm pretty sure you were able to choose. But basically, if you did that, you would be able to, you would be considered a OG, because that was the first ever official like YEEPS cosmetics set, except for like the testing. And don't you dare comment in the comments, be like, oh, actually it wasn't, because back in whenever they were testing, there was actually the astronaut bundle or whatever. No, the astronaut bundle was actually technically the second bundle. Yes, it is the one that costed money, but if we're talking about bundles and money and all that, then kind of it wouldn't be the first ever bundle, because like the alpha thingy where you did it in the beta test, technically that isn't the first bundle, because a bundle is considered 4 parts or more for a YEEPS, if we're not talking about money wise. So basically, technically, it would the alpha bundle that you got from beta would actually be the first ever bundle that you could get, except for testing and if we're not talking money wise. And so for the 17th fact of the video, did you know that the mobs actually didn't exist? Most people don't know this because they usually started whenever YEEPS got their 2.0 update. But basically, what it was is that mobs like the bats and everything that you're seeing on screen right now, me killing, was actually, it never came out until 2.0, and like all the yaks and all that. So basically, you would, the first ever mob, so we're on fact 18, the first ever mob that actually existed was actually the horror bear, because, yes, you might be saying, well, he actually existed first because he was 2.0, but technically, yes and no, because the horror bear was actually the first ever mob that actually, like, killed you, and then that's whenever the bats came out and all that, and then, for the 19th fact of the video, did you know that, back then, people would do a thingy where you would take an outfit and then you would be able to put it on meanwhile you were walking, but now you can't really. Now it's not. Now they would do it so where it slapped it on to people, but those were just fake videos, and but everybody believed it because it looked like it was actually real. And so, for the 20th fact of the video, double second digits. Did you know that the impulse bomb and bomb actually were the first, the ice bomb and the normal bomb were actually the first ever, the ice grenade and the bomb, sticky bomb, were actually the first ever, like, actual gadgets that you could get from the testing and the impulse bomb. All the other stuff, like the sleds and all that, didn't really exist whenever they were doing the testing with only the devs. And for the 21st fact, did you know that actually back on the April Fool's update, that's whenever they added the legs. So on April 1st of 2024, did you know that if you went into a lobby, you would have legs and you couldn't use your arms at all? You had to use your joysticks and the A button to jump. And then right when that happened, it was like a big time in history for community worlds, because every single Popular Community World that you saw on the Community World Popular page was literally called Feet Up or something that include the legs, and it was made in seconds whenever the update came out. And it was just crazy because you went into a lobby and you just saw people in there and they were just having fun, and then you would just see someone fall, and then some people were like doing leg glitches where you're able to jump super high in the air. And so for fact number 22, did you know that the prop thingies were actually one of the most popular maps until everybody forgot about it? And so for fact 23, I have 3 gadgets that I bet you don't remember. Do you remember the prop gun? Okay, yeah, you might, because that's actually kind of not that old. Do you remember the katana? Yeah, you might not, you'd be like, oh yeah, I own that, because I'm an OG. But I've seen most people, they forgot about the magnifying glass in YEEPS that only moderators or devs could have. And everybody's just like about the badge now. But back then, whenever people didn't really know what the badge was, nobody was freaking out about it because they literally thought it was literally just a shield badge that you would get. And for the 24th fact, I'm pretty sure, did you know that the Christmas the Toy Maker update, they actually brought back almost all the Christmas items that you got from last year's Christmas. And a lot of people were mad about it, but all the people that didn't actually get it were super excited, because back then for Christmas, not that many people got it because they thought that it wasn't really that cool because it was only coal and all that. But now, if you go into the lobby nowadays, if you ask somebody for coal or something, they're definitely probably going to say that they have it. And for the 25th fact, did you know that YEEPS actually collabed with Puma, the shoe company, and actually they made actual living shoes in the game that you could that you were able to run faster with? And it was really good in Community World maps, because that's whenever it had like a big thing, but then it was only a big thing for like a day or so, and then all the Community Worlds were just dead. And for the 26th fact, did you know, 27th fact, did you know that that the lanterns actually do make it so where you get light? It's crazy, but I gotta be honest, that's pretty cool. Cause mainly I didn't know that until I actually tried this out, and I was like, huh, that's pretty cool. But did you know that for the 28th fact, did you know that the YEEPS shop actually didn't have as much cosmetics that you see today? Usually there was only at least 9 cosmetic bundles that were in there for the shop thingy, and that most people didn't buy it. And for the 29th fact, did you know that Nathan, one of the devs, actually used one of the shop thingies, and that was the whole thing that he used to wear all the time. But now you really just see him wearing either that outfit with the hat and glasses, and mainly now every single update, the bottom he always uses for the new bundle. And speaking of people using bundles, shout out to I'm a Rainbow. He's a pretty big content creator, but I just want to shout him out. You guys should go sub to him. He's a really cool guy. He does update videos like I did for my space thing, and also every single update he'll buy the bundle just to show it on content. And also, the reason why I want to give him a shout out is because he's a really cool dude. I've never met him before. I hope I can, in YEEPS at least. And so you guys should go subscribe to him, but don't leave this video yet, please don't. So basically, for the 30th fact, did you know that for the April Fool's update for 2025, 2026, for the April Fool's update, it was actually an apple where if you ate it, you would go to sleep, and then it would make it so where you would see like these weird Nomen ritual like fact thingies all over the wall and everything. And for the 30th one fact of the video, did you know that wait, hold on. Did you know that YEEPS actually has 3 in real life cosmetics? The YEEPS plush, the pet plush, and the hoodies. And for the 30th fact, did you know that if you got the YEEPS plush, it would come with, I think, it is 3 accessories, 2 pens, so you get 2 pens, and a teleporter, and a teleporter grenade. And for the 35th fact, did you know that most YEEPS actually join in the Christmas, and so basically whenever Toy Maker came out, there was a lot of new players that were just didn't know what to do, so they went into Toy Maker and they tried making stuff, and then most of them mainly left, but it's okay because they already have like millions and millions of people playing. And for the 36th fact, did you know that July 26th, this year, 2026, is actually YEEPS' 2nd year anniversary? Happy YEEPS anniversary, everybody that's watching this on that day, or is watching this on that close day, and hope you have a great anniversary if you play YEEPS. I know I am, and it's going to be fun, but basically, for the 37th fact of the video, did you know that if you win any game, including tap tag, or tag, you can see right now, I keep on looking up, you see that crown? You only get that if you win. So it would say like chasers win or something, or hiders win for like prop hunt or tap tag. And it's a really fun mechanism because and most new players, they'll just play and they don't know really how to read, and so they added that just for it to kind of be cool, I guess. But it's really helpful for all the new players that either can't read or just go through all this stuff without doing it, and they can just look up and see that they won. And basically, for the 38th fact, did you know that most players, according to my YEEPS calculation that I've seen, that the most, here I'll go through it, the least amount of YEEPS colors that you see on YEEPS is the pink color that I have. The second most amount of YEEPS colors that you see is the blue color, and the most ever YEEPS colors that you see on YEEPS is actually the peach color, which is really surprising because back then it was actually, there was way more blues than pinks and peaches. And so I guess it got outnumbered by all the new players that were joining and all that. But basically, I think that's really cool and kind of funny that happened. And for the 39th fact, did you know that if you ever become red in tap tag, that means that you're a tagger? But with the new sus update, which I'm going to make a video on tomorrow, did you know that if you're red in the sus / imposter update, did you know that means that you're the imposter, and doesn't mean that you're a crewmate, and doesn't mean that just because you can see through vents means that you are an engineer. Guys, you gotta know this. This update's been out for a week now, and you guys still don't know. For all the new players, yes, basically, yeah, I get it. You guys don't know. That's cool. But for people that have been playing for years and years, how do you guys not know? Yes, you might not be nerds, but still, that's cool. But that's what that means. Use it for your advice, guys. And for the 40th fact of the video, we got 10 more facts to go. Did you know that for the bat gadget, did you know there was actually no crease line that was for the bat, and it was actually just a stick, a ball at the end, and just a long circle rectangle that didn't have any creases or anything in it, that looked like it was like a cotton bat back then whenever it's testing. But nowadays you see that there's been a ton of updates on the gadgets, and there's creases, and it just makes it look like more like it's a plushie. And did you know that actually your YEEPS character isn't just a YEEPS character? You're actually, the whole reason why you see that stuffing to use stuff is because everything in the game is made out of pillows except for the stuff that you build, like with like the woods and all that in creative mode. You're actually made out of the cotton, and you're taking cotton out of your stomach, and you're like, and then you build stuff with it. It's kind of dark, to be honest, if you think about it. But at the end of the day, it's pretty cool mechanism. Like, it's kind of cool how they thought about that. And for the 42 fact of the video, did you know that that if you take the computer from the prop update and you paint it white and you add like a slope or something on it, you can actually make a king's white chair. And it's pretty cool. It's really good in maps. You guys should totally try it. And for the 43rd fact of the video, did you know that the Hills map was actually the first ever tag map that existed with Playground too. And nowadays, Playground, most people play it no more, but if you were OG and you were back then, whenever 2.0 didn't come out, you would know that Playground looked nothing like it did back then, and they did a lot of changes. Usually there wasn't like any different type of browns. It was literally just the wood color with other woods, and you do parkour on it with the steel thingies to go up. And did you know the location for the beatbox on the Playground map is actually all the way on the top of the castle of the playground? For the 45th fact of the video, 46th fact of the video, did you know that there was actually somebody made a working PC for a community world, but then the community world just died down, and it was like kind of a working PC, but it would just flip. Basically what it was is that they literally just added a computer, like a touch pad thingy, and then they added a mouse, and then they just called it good, and then they added lights for it to show that you're doing, like, kind of doing the gameplay. Meanwhile, you're just pressing buttons. It was kind of cool back then because nobody's ever seen that. But nowadays, you got, like, people in here. And nowadays, you got, like, build-a-boat people in here that literally build freaking pirate ships for just a trophy. And YEEPS that barely any people know about. And for the 47th fact of the video, did you know that most lab rats actually are underage, which is a really bad thing? Which it isn't that bad, but yes, they do fake their age, and that is kind of against the YEEPS technical rules, but and also half of them don't even give advice for the testing. But did you know half of the community of YEEPS is actually all like underage children that are all children? And according to my calculations that I've seen, if I'm right, there's actually of YEEPS, if you see like all the thousands, like 200,000 of people online a day, if we take that number and sort it out through all the kids and adults that I've seen, there's actually 88% of YEEPS is actually kids, and the rest are adults, or just teenagers. And for the 48th fact of the video, woohoo! Did you know that if you ever buy a bundle, and you get a reskin from that bundle, you can actually go into the Toy Maker update and make a reskin of a already reskinned bundle item, which is pretty cool. And also kind of ridiculous, because imagine making a reskin out of a reskin out of a reskin. And for the ninth fact of the video. Did you know that if you put a VR on from the game VR, and you use a camera, you can actually look, if you put on the VR, you can actually look through the camera, and most people record like that, and it's really, really cool, because you never got that update until a long while. And for the 50th fact of the video, did you know that there's been there's been 10 sightings of hackers in YEEPS. And that's going to wrap it up for this video. Hope you had a fun time. Hopefully you comment down how many facts that you got. If you don't have to, if you don't want to. I know some of you guys don't have comments available. And if you could please subscribe. I know there's some people out there that can't, but that's okay. At least if you can't subscribe to me and you think that I'm a good creator, all I would ask for is that if you could go watch some of my other videos to help me grow and become a big content creator and hopefully get star creator, because that's my dreams. And have a great day. God bless. Peace.